in case if the payment is going international payment coming from State Bank of India and settlement is to be done to, let's say, Standard Bank. So let's say feedback. Sam RAM. So the payment goes through from serial payments in where State Bank of India sends to CTS. CTS then has to settle down the payment to the Standard Bank US. So here SWIFT will come. Here SWIFT will not come. It has to go via the local, the payment. So here what happens is what we need to understand. That is when I have covered a little bit on your settlement or real-time cross settlement or the what you call the net settlement as well. Okay. Then we will learn about as part of your clearing, as I told, like bilateral clearing, we'll understand what happens in the bilateral clearing. Cross-border payments are the bilateral clearing only. Multilateral clearing, what is the clearing house, the importance of the clearing house into the local payment system, right? Those things we'll understand. Settlement, as I tell, net settlement or and real-time cross settlement, those things we'll understand as well. Then we'll understand some of the key terminologies or frequently used terminologies into my training, which I'll be using pretty much is your Nostro accounts. Account related terminologies basically. Nostro account will learn what is Nostro account, what is Vostro account, what is Nostro Mirror account, what is Loro account, what is the settlement account or the master account held at the central bank, what is profit and loss account. So these are the very important account terminologies which I'll be using very frequently when I'm explaining the end-to-end flows, especially from the accounting entries point of view at a bank side, right? At bank side, some debit happens, some credit happens, the debit leg and credit leg, it happens to some accounts. So these are the accounts which tends to happen it, okay? So we'll learn about this. So we are not only going to learn about a definition, we are going to learn about the real-time use cases. I'll explain with the real-time examples as well, so that you can remember it not only from a definition point of view, from the understanding point of view as well for lifetime. Many of the students just by heart these definitions and then eventually they forget it, the concept itself. The concept is what my focus is to ensure that you grasp it rather than the definitions by hearting and all those things. Once we learn about, so these are the area which we'll cover on the basic side, and then gradually we will start with our Swift payments. In the Swift, we'll learn like before Swift came into the picture, how the world used to communicate, the banks internationally, how they used to communicate, because Swift major job is to provide a facilitation of communication, right? It acts as a postman job, right? It provides, it receives a message from somewhere and it transports to someone. Before it, how, who and what, how this message communication used to happen, what were their drawbacks, which Swift has overcome, right? And provide a better facilitation. So all those things we'll discuss at a background history as well. Then we'll learn about the Swift introduction, when exactly it was introduced, how it was introduced, who all introduced, and some of the data we'll understand, like how 50 to 60% of the cross-border payment messages goes via the Swift and all this. We'll learn about this RMA and accounting relationship. Very important for Swift payment to understand what is RMA and what is accounting relationship, because every payment basis on these two relationship is only identified whether to be routed via direct payment, serial payment, or cover payment. So we'll learn in detail about it. Okay. Then we'll learn about a routing logic for the currency correspondent. Very important part as well from a banking point of view, especially from the cross-border payment, to understand how to route to the right correspondent bank,